The champ is here.
We will definitely not shut up and dribble.
The champ is here. I must be the greatest. The champ is here.
I'm going to continue to stand with the people.
The champ is here.
I will not lose.
I'm a bad man. I took up the world.
Yes, you know what it is, man, and you know what time it is, man. It's time for the live, man. MH, man. Let's just jump right into this, man. You ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
Let's go, man. Let's see who we got in here. Let's get some of this stuff out of here and just start bringing them in the room. I think we got a couple people in the room waiting to get to going. All right,
Yeah.
let's go. The young futures in the house, man. Got Roger.
What's good, guys?
What's
What up, brother?
What's going on, man? Catch us up while we wait for people to kind of jump in this room.
I can't call it, man. Just been hanging out. Honestly, I'm going back into the office 50% of the time starting next week.
How you feel?
I'm not
about
prepared.
that? Not, he said not prepared.
I'm in mental anguish. I've been working from home for 2 years.
That's definitely a change coming up.
Rough, yeah.
Mr. Jones, what's going on, man? Welcome.
EJ,
welcome, man.
and what's up, baby?
Hey, man,
How
so
you
glad
feeling?
to have you here, man. We can't complain, man. We can't complain.
Listen, I'm just I'm living vicariously through you, man. You was in my like, man, I can't keep up with you, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, don't do
Facts.
that. Oh, don't do that. Especially you, MH. Don't do that.
Nah, you was taking the what is that on the walkway, the street walk thing, whatever that famous pick is.
Crosswalk the Beatles.
The crosswalk, yeah, there you go.
I said it.
You had the
say
sign.
Brown, right?
What the hell?
You got to do the Abbey Road, man. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I'm submitting the new Beatles, man. You want to
Yeah,
get that going.
My hamstrings don't even work that way, man.
I love it.
Let's go, man. So, I know a lot of people. There were some issues with the link, so I mean, I'm gonna be kind of in and out just to make sure we get everybody in the room, because you know these are always fun and spirited conversations, and you know we have a list of things. It's been a while since we ended our last season live. A lot of comedy. The room was packed, man. We had a waiting list to get in and people to speak their minds. So, you know, getting back in the groove. So we'll see how this first one goes. But, you know, how they usually say, man, the doors of the church are open. So is there anything somebody want to get off their chest that we can start with, you know, and then we may have to revisit some of the topics depending on what it is. But yeah, man, just anybody want to bring something up, or I'll definitely start with something that's on my mind. How we want to do this.
And the Mavs clinch playoffs, so I'm happy sports wise. You know, I think it's gonna be a good year for
Here
Texas
we go.
sports. You know, Texas
Starting off-
the Rangers have the highest off season. I mean, we're the Cowboys are disappointing, but that's the Cowboys. That's usual.
At least you're admitting it.
Yeah.
That's a start. At
They're
least
just
you're admitting it.
not
Like, we
making good
Like,
off
I was
season.
wondering where you're going to go with that, and you admitted it, so I'm happy. I'm happy.
I mean, I'm not too cut over Coop. He was in and out. I mean, he's always been a great receiver in my eyes, but I think Lamb will do a good job as a number one because that's the road they look like they're taking. And Gallup will remain a strong number two, in my opinion. So once he gets back healthy.
Wait, so you're telling me the Browns picked up a guy who's not a number one? Come on, I'm here in Cleveland. What you talking? So you told me you gave us your leftovers. That's our number.
I mean, Cooper was our number one, but Gallup, or not Gallup, but CD is a strong receiver.
CD's dirty. CD's dirty. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
I'm just hoping we don't have another Juju Smith on our hands, right? Like Juju shined when he was the number two. When AB was taking the double, Juju went crazy in single coverage. I don't want that for CD.
Well,
Because
listen,
it's going to disappoint me.
let's slow down on the Juju hate, all right? He was good.
No
okay?
hate on Juju, but he's not a number one
It
receiver.
was a TikToks that was interfering with where he was going, man. And he's now not the TikTok anymore. So
I think he was better before he got, like restricted in his TikTok. The man was authentic and free. And a Browns fan, so so I don't know. I think once he started getting the constraints, he started slacking a little bit.
A reporter asked him if he was going to make
have to talk to Blake Starr, man. Blake Starr is in the Heartland State, and he is not a Cleveland fan.
Nope. I'm with that Cowboy smoke, man. I was listening. I think the same thing that he was saying about the the number 2, man. He showed me CeeDee Lamb is good, man, but he just showed me some like when Coop wasn't out there, he wasn't producing. That's just straight up facts. So it's gonna be, it's gonna be tough to see. I kind of hope they address maybe just. I know they got receivers, but I wouldn't mind seeing another fresh face out there, maybe from the draft though. So, but I like the Browns too. I like what they're doing. I think. I ain't a Brown hater. I ain't a Brown lover, but I ain't a Brown hater. I think they're gonna be all right. That's a step up from Baker Mayfield for sure.
Hey,
good grief. God.
Listen, talking about competition wise, skill wise, you elevated, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Listen, as a fan base, we all know that was the one position we were all like, wait a second. If we get something good there, here's the thing now. Here's the thing. If they don't perform this year, listen, Cleveland, we loyal through and through. But the problem is, if it's not performed, if it's not there, they flip on you real quick.
Yeah.
Not most of us, but a lot of us.
Yeah, they flipped on Baker fast.
They love beating Pittsburgh.
That dude was just in the playoffs last year, wasn't he?
Just in the playoffs. That's my thing. When did Baker get this bad?
Yeah.
When did he get this bad? I don't know. Rod, you gotta inform me on that one. I don't know when he got this terrible.
Baker ain't bad. Baker was hurt. I'm gonna be real with you.
He was hurt.
Baker was hurt. Like Baker can ball. He was hurt. And here's the thing: he gonna ball for someone else. So Deshaun Watson can ball. Deshaun Watson is a quarterback. Like Baker, that dude. Here's the thing: hurt. He was gonna play. You knew that dude was gonna play, right? That's what he do.
Right.
But Deshaun can ball. Deshaun's a quarterback. It's gonna be fun. Listen. I don't like to Super Bowl this, Super that. Nah. I just want to see it. I just want to see it happen.
Yeah, I'm interested in that fit because I think Chubb is top 2, top 3 back. He might be the best in the game. I don't know. And Deshaun Watson, he got a little hero into him a little bit, right? So can he stay within himself and kind of play second tier to what that is?
So here's my thing. I think they complement each other either really, really well, or you're right. My thing is, like, if I'm the coach, if I'm coaching the Browns, I'm hitting it to Nick Chubb on first and second down.
Yep. And
I'm doing a pass going towards my tight ends or Kareem Hunt, or I'm letting Deshaun Watson pull some magic off on third downs. Right? Like you forget they got Kareem Hunt too, and Kareem Hunt. So near the end of the season, like Nick Chubb still is a beast. He's always going to be. He's going to do what he do. But Kareem Hunt's a different type of back.
Yeah.
Like he's Tasmanian Devil when out there. Like if you watch him run, he's like running sideways, and it's like, how's this dude getting 15 yards? Right? Dude is just so good, right? He's just always hungry for every yard too. And that combination, they got the best 1-2 punch, and then they got a third string guy who can come out here and get you 100 yards.
Yeah.
And Dearness Johnson.
Hey, how long does he
Felton nice too with them.
Felton's nice too. Felton's nice too. That running back room is dirty, man.
Yeah.
And they got a good offensive line. That's why you want to know what, honestly.
That was one of his decisions. I mean, that offensive line,
Yeah, he didn't have that in Houston.
No,
he ain't had that in Houston.
No.
No, definitely not.
He did not have that in Houston. No, man.
Is Jarvis staying?
I think Jarvis is going to stay.
Jarvis is a free agent right now. I hope they got to bring him back. So they already let him go. But they got to renegotiate his contract and go. He got to come in for cheaper.
Because where would he go?
Huh?
Where would he go?
Who knows?
Anywhere.
Unless he did the same thing, right, and go with his boy again, with Odell.
Where would the Rams find the money? They
where
just
he
spent
going
$50
first.
million on what's his name?
Wagner.
Yeah, I don't even know where they got that money from.
Yeah, I don't know where they're getting this money from either, man.
Well, they got that
loans.
money. Well, what's his name? Went to the Bills.
Yeah, they let go of Von.
Yeah, Von went to the Bills.
Yeah. But they can, man. The salary cap don't mean nothing. They can play with
That's
those numbers
true.
so much and move contracts back and guarantee this and take this away. I mean, they can figure it out.
Is Aaron Donald returning? Because I thought that was iffy too.
That dude ain't going nowhere.
I don't know, man. Getting tired. I saw him balling. He's hooping. He got the moves. He's quick. He's quick on the court.
All season.
It was
don't roll
crazy.
an ankle.
Facts.
Right.
It was just crazy to see. Like that's a massive dude, and he was quick.
Listen, man, I play in 2 basketball leagues, and I roll my ankle every third play. And I ain't that big.
What's he got? He got those warrior ankles. What's
Steph?
You got the Steph ankles?
You gotta get the braces, man.
Bro. So yeah, dude, I always said the only way the Warriors ain't gonna win a championship is Steph's ankles and now Clay's knees. But truth, bro, Bron is starting to have those. Like, I'm not gonna wood. I'm a Cleveland through and through.
Hey, now.
Like, I grew up watching Bron in high school.
Me too.
And he's getting there, but he started to scare me with all these like little nitpicky injuries later in his career.
I
had this argument. Oh, my fault, Blake. Go ahead.
No,
you think that's what?
I think that's fake. I think that's fake. I think
so.
I think it's 50-50 at least.
I wouldn't play either. Yeah, my ankle hurt. My fingernails hurt. I'm not playing. I'm not playing with these guys. It's over with. It's over with. Right.
Right. You ain't gonna have me up here looking a fool.
Yeah, right. You
you,
already
like,
talking about my hairline, man. So
So you don't think this is a little bleeding into his Wizard Jordan years, or you think he's still on top of his game?
I ain't
He's on top
close.
of his game.
Oh,
I mean, he's like leading the league in scoring, right?
Yeah, he's leading the league in scoring.
At the age of 36, So I mean,
I'm gonna have to skip Bayless. I totally disagree. I think I totally disagree. I think he's in his version of the Wizards years. I think
I'm about to say his version. No, yeah. I mean, Jordan still averaged 20.
He still scored, yeah.
But
yeah. The day, you're gonna score more now because they just play different a little bit now. So, like, the numbers aside, I don't think his numbers impact winning the way they used to. So I'm like, he's slipping into the Wizard years.
No,
MH, you know what I think though? I think it's his persona is bigger than, like, it's still like these dudes are like, well, Bron still got it.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna lean on Bron. Like, dudes are passing up shots that they should be taking, that they can make, and they're like, "Oh yeah, Bron, go get yours." And Bron's like, "Bro, I just passed you the open dime. Shoot that shot, right?"
Yeah.
I think people are still treating him like LeBron James, right? Like, "Oh, you carry us."
Correct. And he can't. And I don't think he can do it anymore. I honestly don't. I
don't think he really want to. I like right now. He's going for the scoring title. Let's all be real.
He's going for the real record.
Absolutely going for the scoring title.
For the real record, not the Steph.
He's going for Kareem.
Not the Steph record. Not the Steph record. The real record. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. He's doing it. We get it. We understand. But I think he's like, all right, like, when I pass it to you, you better come on. And everyone's like, no, but you LeBron. Like, you're supposed to carry us. And he's like, nah, homie, I ain't trying to do all that.
Man, he is passing it to us.
He's
passing it to us.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong, Blake.
No, man. He ain't got no help, man. He needs some, I mean, that team ain't built for that. They don't have any
help.
They got
Anthony Davis. Where did Anthony Davis go? What happened to him?
Anthony's been out for like 18-some games, man.
Where Anthony Davis go?
Hey,
on paper, the Lakers are a phenomenal team. On paper,
you ain't wrong.
They're terrible.
He had more help. He got more help now than when Jordan had with the Wizards.
If this was NBA Live,
yeah,
in '96, in Live '96.
Yeah, like
this only can go so far without someone pulling Jordan out of in the picture.
He got more help than Jordan did with the Wizards. I'll put it that way.
I disagree. Anthony Davis is going to be his, and we all know this. He's not going to be there at the end of the season. I mean, or during the season. The only reason they won the one was because he's able to set out till September and get healthy. That was the beginning of another season. That don't count, man. That don't count. But he ain't got no help. Anthony Davis is just, I mean, a phenomenal player. Don't get me wrong, but if
he's healthy, right? Like Brian Windhorst said that the other day. It's like he's a top 15, top whatever player when he's healthy. So it's like, does he stay around? Like, wish upon a star for this nigga to
Nah,
play.
you straight.
That's all you doing.
Clearly, you
Wishing
flip a coin into a fountain, bro.
I know I'm late, so first peace, everybody.
Yo,
Yes.
Um,
See,
I think the biggest issue with the Lakers in general is not. I mean, yeah, they're old, so you think about health, but it's not that. It's just chemistry. Like this is what happens when you have a bad GM, aka LeBron James, picking.
I
You
give-
know,
I give you
that's
that.
what it is. It's just bad because there have been older teams that were far more successful. Like you can look at the San Antonio Spurs,
I was just
who were
about to say
always
that.
successful, and they always had older players.
that's a different type of ball, though, man.
Manu Ginobili was like
Oh, you know,
56,
but
bro.
No,
was.
it's a different type of ball, but it doesn't have to be. Like when LeBron James is your leader, like how could they not play like the Spurs? Like this is part of these
It's a
bad
different
coaching.
type of basketball, man. They're not playing that style of If they were playing, they're not. It's not that same style of basketball. That's
DJ, who was the best player on the Spurs?
It depends on when.
Ginobili.
So exactly.
Manu,
That's the
I would
problem.
say.
Any team, regardless of LeBron James being 67 years old, they gonna think he the best player. So they gonna treat him like that. They gonna be like, "Bro, I need you to give me 30."
Right.
Every single game.
So
Yeah.
here's my thing though. So I'm gonna put some I'm gonna put some blame on LeBron James.
Oh,
Does
of course you
LeBron
are.
James know he's not LeBron James anymore? Does he know that?
No.
Well, see, here's the thing. He still is LeBron James. Blake said it.
Thank
He
you.
still is
He's
LeBron
not.
James. No. He can't carry a team like that.
So he's not that LeBron James no more.
No, but he's still LeBron James.
He's still.
He was averaging
There are
30.
so many.
Come on, man.
There are so many glaring issues with LeBron James. Is
Yeah.
clearly, regardless of the fact that his team is not winning, right?
Yeah.
He steps on the court, he is like he's still giving these cats work, right?
Yeah.
But it's not winning basketball.
It's not winning.
Yes. It's not winning basketball. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
he's not that version of LeBron James anymore. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, to that
Well-
to that point, you're right. He's not that. But like, dude still fills up a stat sheet. Always.
It's not his fault. They're not winning. They're
Yeah.
not winning. It's not his fault, though.
It's not his
I
fault.
agree.
No. It's his fault because he put this team together.
Right. I give you
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I
yeah.
get that.
Yeah.
That is
That's
fact.
Allegedly.
his fault.
That is
Allegedly.
fact.
But
That's fact.
Allegedly.
That is fact. I will give you that. That is 100% facts. He
Well,
put the-
well, here's my thing though. But he put this team together because he's like, oh, Russ is gonna be Russ, right? Russ is that guy who's like, Russ don't care if KD's on his squad, right? Russ is gonna play his game. Except Russ ain't playing his game. Russ is looking over at LeBron James, is like, LeBron, right? Russ is turning into everyone else.
Hey,
And Russ is
nobody
also
thought Russ was
airballing
gonna
like
do-
5 shots a game too.
I
Yes.
disagree. I think Russ is playing his game. I think here's what happens, right? Russ, his entire career was based on being supremely athletic, right?
You're right. Okay.
He's
Facts.
he's always played at 100 miles an hour. He's always played 1,000%, gave it his all. You can never knock him for that. But you know, he never could shoot. He never really had a handle. He was just faster and quicker than everybody and stronger. But now he's 33, 34. He's playing against other young players who are just as fast, just as strong.
Them twins, man. He had twins too, bro.
Yeah, so-
Yeah, them slow you
like-
down.
For real.
Don't get no sleep.
slow you down.
You can't like, and if you can't shoot, and the game has changed completely. So if you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
shoot,
So it's the Lakers play inefficient basketball,
mhm.
right? Like every other Memphis,
Ooh.
those boys is balling. Ja can sit the playoffs. They get in there, right? You just got when they get to the conference finals against the Suns, Ja will play. Yeah, but dude, these boys are balling. They play efficient basketball.
Yeah.
Efficient basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And they deep and interchangeable. You can throw. They got. You can throw in almost any lineup with them guys. Like they 12th man is putting up. If you let him, he'll put up 25 on you.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, easily. But you
Right, so-
do know that they are like there's only a handful of teams that play good winning basketball in the NBA.
Correct.
Like
Right.
a handful. And not even using all 5 fingers. Like just like it's like Golden State, Memphis,
Suns, Phoenix.
Suns.
Damn near
Phoenix.
depleted because they're in that hopeful situation,
Celtics.
right?
the Celtics.
Miami, maybe.
Maybe
I
Miami.
give you Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
No?
Chicago.
Miami slack it. Chicago's nice.
Chicago.
Chicago's interesting.
Dude,
they got to get Lonzo back.
Y'all are leaving one specific team out. It's kind of hurting my feelings. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who?
Dallas
Oh, you already
Mavericks.
mentioned
The
it.
Mavericks.
Oh,
Oh,
your
yeah.
Mavericks.
Yeah.
Back to your comment. Back to your comment.
No.
See,
You're right. Yeah.
I don't see Memphis beating the Mavs in the second round of playoffs. That's just my opinion.
No, they can.
In a game to 7, it's the Mavs all day.
Elaborate, please.
I think the only thing for the
Have
Mavs
you
in
watched
the playoffs-
Mavs basketball? I mean,
Yeah, I just watched the game last
ain't
night.
nobody stopping Luka.
Elaborate.
Ja Morant is a phenomenal
It's
ball. I
just
just
Luka.
don't think. In a game to
It's just
7, it's
Luka.
not. Dinwiddie's ever since Dinwiddie
Yeah.
came to the Mavs, that boy's been balling.
Who's this?
Dinwiddie.
Spencer Dinwiddie.
Spencer.
I do
Yeah.
like.
I mean, no, he balled in Brooklyn though. He balled in
Yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
It was like
He balled in Brooklyn.
kind of though, but he's been doing really
Dinwiddie's
well with the
nice.
Mavs though.
I do like that pickup by Spencer Dinwiddie with the Mavs.
Yeah.
They all around the
I
same
didn't.
size.
I didn't
I
until
didn't like it either.
like 10 games in. I was like, you
I-
know
I
what?
like-
I'm here for it.
Don't they have like 10 exact players playing the same exact position?
Tim Hardaway Jr., Phoenix
That
Smith,
way.
whatever. I mean, yeah.
I think the thing with like Luka is like he can be Luka for as long as you want to, but I think he gets worn down, and so I only feel like we are seeing like 60% of what Luka is because he always has the ball, and the fact that Spencer Dinwiddie can kind of get his a little bit, and Luka can kind of do something else, I think that's gonna make Luka that much better. So I'm kind of with you on that Mavs and Grizzly stuff, man. It's gonna
At the
be tough
ripe
to
age
beat
of
them.
what, 23?
It'll be a great series. Either
tied
way.
Kareem, or was that Kareem with the most over 30-point triple doubles of all time?
Luka is just embarrassing cats too. Like
Yeah.
Facts.
He had my man turn around last night.
yeah, embarrassing.
Yeah.
Embarrassing, man. But I mean, it's hard for me to watch the NBA in general right now. I mean, it's hard to watch basketball. Period. Like basketball from like high school to the pros is like the worst I've ever seen it.
And why you think that?
You went wrong.
I think it's because they did everybody collectively decided to throw IQ out the window.
Fundamentals.
Right, and just follow the trend. And they thought that, it's like somebody talked about like the reason why Steph Curry is so popular is because like even as like players, like if you're in the street playing, like you could sort of be Steph, right? You don't have to have the athleticism to be Steph, right? Growing up, like, yeah, it was a song I want to be like Mike, but you knew you could not be like Mike because you didn't have the athleticism to do the things that he did. Steph, so everybody watched Golden State and was like, oh, I'm going to do that. And nobody was like, I'm going to go in the gym and try and become a better shooter. Nobody said, I'm going to take smart shots. Like they ignored the fact that Klay Thompson and Steph Curry are absolute like freaks. Like we've never seen shooting like this ever.
Yeah.
And now people are just shooting threes just
Just to shoot 'em.
Yeah, there's no IQ. And it's from everybody. People who cannot shoot are shooting threes. It's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch.
I feel like I've seen a lot of that influence in like the March Madness games.
Yeah.
I was watching like
Chucking it
like
from half
Texas.
court.
Like Texas will just shoot like you have somebody that's open under the rim and you're taking this shit three in your air ball.
Yo,
Like, what are you doing?
He used to get snatched so fast off the fucking court by a coach if you yacked up some shit like that.
Yeah.
Made it or not, coaches say he can ask him his time with
Take
me.
your ass to
Like,
the locker room. You didn't even get a spot on the
Yeah,
bench.
it's bad, man. I've seen people pass up like wide open 2-point shots just to get a three.
and we're not talking about Ben Simmons, are we? Oh,
No.
that's-
That dude just never passing up an open two. And I mean within 15 feet, right? You know?
No, like with nobody around. If somebody's around, he's gonna pass it up.
All right, before we move on to the next topic, is there any kind of initial thoughts? I mean, we did talk about NBA playoffs a little bit. So, Young E, you said you feel that your Mavs are going to definitely do a push. Any other kind of predictions or
Cavs, baby.
They got to get
Watch
healthy,
them
man.
Watch them
They
Twin
need
Towers.
Mobley back. They need is Jared Allen coming back anytime?
What
Yeah.
seed are the Cavs?
6 or
6.
7?
7th right now.
Yeah.
If the playoffs if the NBA season ended today, they play the Bucks. in the first round, and they would.
And
lose.
that's not happening.
That's not happening.
Thank you.
Calm down.
Thank you.
That was great. I mean, way to support the land.
It's the Bucks.
Calm down.
There's
Calm down.
no chance.
I think the Bucks are going to win it again. I was leaning a little bit towards the Celtics before Robert Williams got hurt, but that's a big injury for them.
Right.
So that's going to be tough. I just don't see anybody beating Giannis, man. I don't.
Did you see the game the other night?
Against the Sixers?
Sixers?
Oh,
Come on,
geez,
man. I don't see it.
Can I ask you a question? Let me ask you guys a question. How come nobody is in conversations of who's the best player in the game? How come nobody mentions Giannis?
I don't know. I don't even think it's close, to be honest. I
Like,
know
look,
KD.
everybody-
I know Jokic. I know Embiid. We talked about LeBron. I don't think anybody is close to Giannis right now, bro.
It's this. I mean, clearly,
because it's the moment?
KD's a better shooter, right?
Is it one of those things where he has to be present longer, right? Because he's fizzled out of the playoffs, before
He's
until
a
he got over the
two-time.
hurdle.
He won a championship. Though.
He won a championship. He a two-time MVP winner. He a defensive player of the year. I don't know what he hasn't done.
The only thing he
Jump
does
shot.
not do well is shoot.
Yeah, he
Jump
doesn't
shot.
have a-
Who's going to stop him
And he
getting
has-
to the hole? He's Shaq.
And Blake, you're right. He has gotten better with his.
He's
with
gotten
his
better with a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
He's
gotten better.
Shaq. He's Lakers 01, 02, 03 Shaq. That's what Giannis is. right now.
I'm going to
Almost.
step out on a limb. And y'all probably will screw up your face now. I think by the end of his career, Giannis can quite possibly be in GOAT conversation.
Yeah, you're not gonna get an argument from me.
He's that good. He's that good.
Not gonna get an argument from me.
No, Rushmore?
Yeah,
He's
he's
yeah.
already.
Yeah.
Only Tim Duncan is better than him at the power forward position right now.
Yeah.
Today, this day. Only Tim Duncan is better than him all time.
If he gets a jump shot, what are you gonna do?
Yeah,
It's a wrap.
I
bro.
agree with that, yeah.
That's
What are you
Shaq.
gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's ridiculous. He's like he's like the best of every position put in one. Like he's scary, man.
So my thought about Giannis is the treatment he's starting to get is like LeBron after he left Miami treatment, where he's dominant, he's the best, he's unstoppable, but no one's gonna vote for him for MVP anymore. Like you just expect him to be there, and you just want to see it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like all he can do now is win Finals MVPs.
But here's where it's a little different though. Here's where it's a little different because Giannis didn't leave like LeBron did.
Oh yeah,
So
exactly. So there's no
story behind that. There's a piece of the media that's not going to shit on Giannis because he stayed at home and won in Milwaukee. So he's still kind of beloved a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about it from a like a talent like
greatness.
we know.
Yeah,
it's like with Shaq.
Yeah.
Why ain't Shaq win those MVPs?
I'm gonna tell you. All right.
dominant.
So Roger, I got you on this, and I've been having this conversation with my boy recently about this, about even the idea of the MVP. Like, what is the MVP, right? And I think a lot of times we conflate it between, being the best player in the league, and not like the true definition of like being most valuable in the context of what team you're on, right? There are certain teams like when KD was on Golden State. KD was clearly the best player on Golden State. He was arguably the best player in the league. But if he's not on that team, Golden State still is probably going to
State. They still going to State.
So is he the most valuable player? No, right? So you can be the best player and not be the most valuable. Like even when like Jordan wasn't winning, and it's like when he left and the Bulls still went to the finals. It's like, yes, Jordan's the greatest player in the league, but he wasn't necessarily the most valuable player because his team still was able to have a successful season. So with Giannis, I think if Giannis is not on the Bucks, they are still a playoff team, but they're more like 7 or 8.
Yeah, they didn't play game. They in the playing game.
You know what I'm saying? And that makes him
the Knicks in the playoffs if Giannis not there.
And that's what made LeBron a valuable player, the MVP in Cleveland, right? Because when he leaves Cleveland, these dudes are lottery picks.
Except this year. Yeah.
Except this year, right?
They're trending in a better direction,
right? I mean, during that period, that's just that's what it was. So, I think Giannis will probably win. He probably won't win. because
He's still young though. He's still young.
Yeah, the Bucks,
Very young.
Yes.
they are a good team. They're not a horrendous team without him. They're okay, and that makes it hard to make him MVP when there's other players who clearly like if they're not on this team. Like, who
Jokic.
Who? Jokic.
Because the Nuggets, they
Right.
they top 2 players aside from Jokic.
Bro,
has been out.
Embiid,
So.
Embiid's
Right.
the MVP to me.
Embiid.
Yeah,
I think you take Embiid off 76ers. Who are they?
facts. Yeah,
Like, dude's
agree.
MVP in my mind.
KD's could
Wait,
have been.
You know what's
MVP.
funny? We ain't even talk about Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's because they've been.
They got
Brooklyn.
too much stuff going on. Yeah, they got too much stuff going on.
It's just funny we ain't talking about it.
Yeah. No,
And
I would pick Brooklyn if I saw Ben Simmons play one game. If I saw him play one game.
Just one, just 15 minutes.
Just one game. One game. I might, and depending on how he did, I might pick Brooklyn. But
Hey, do we have to shoot a 3 or at least attempt one?
no, he doesn't
No?
have to do anything but
No.
suit up, and
Defense.
put on some
Just be up,
he's just
just
gonna
be
get
up
on
somebody.
and come outside. Just come on the court.
He's gonna step on,
tuck his
step off.
jersey.
yeah. Put on some Stacey. Just get on the court. I'm
Good shoot up. Get on the layup line.
Come on, Stacey Adams. Let's
I don't care. Just come outside. I might pick Brooklyn, but if I just see him play one game, and I can now get some analysis, and I mean, but like without Ben Simmons, I do think Brooklyn still can make a run. Though they got some nice pieces like Andre Drummond and Seth Curry and them guys. They were missing certain things like rebounding, some interior defense and stuff. They can give whoever they match up with. They're gonna have to. I mean, they gotta. It's tough. It's gonna be tough sledding, no matter what, because you're gonna have to play somebody good. So
Yeah,
but say they play Philly first round and knock them off, then what? Or or wherever they play.
they're
first.
not knocking Philly off,
The standings right now, they're playing Miami.
and they definitely not knocking Miami off.
I don't think they get.
Oh,
to
y'all
Miami
don't think
either.
so?
No.
Oh God, no.
No, they beating them.
I
They
kind of
might
think
be-
so too. I think
I'm gonna tell
they-
you why. And it's not even about talent. It's about heart and mentality. Now, Kyrie gonna show up. He gonna do his thing, but this something about that Miami culture. Like, I don't think all of Brooklyn and that Brooklyn team is built to match that type of energy. Like, KD gonna show up, Kyrie gonna show up, but I don't know if all of Brooklyn is gonna show up to match that energy.
Is Miami on the same page? We got UD about to
Oh, he was about to
swing on
beat
Jimmy.
right.
We got the coach throwing his clipboard down.
Udonis is ready to. He's always ready to fight. First of all,
Passion, though. That's what you want. You want that passion. That's all that was.
Yeah, that's Dade County's finest. He gonna fight anybody. He don't care. It ain't even a real beef. He just want to fight. He not playing.
At all.
He's bored.
He got picked
He's
up in there.
bored.
He want to
boy.
fight.
He
All right,
has
let's-
so many games on his phone, man.
Let's take it to the NCAA. So we're getting going into this weekend with the whole March Madness has kind of had its shocks, ups and downs. So what do we guys think about the matchup for the semis, and who do you think is going to take it on?
I got Villanova.
I like Duke. I think the NCAA they kind of lucked out with the blue buds of the programs. You got Duke, you got Carolina, you got Kansas, you got Villanova.
Yeah,
I mean, how can you miss with that?
You're
I
right.
can see Duke doing it just because Coach K is leaving.
It's the whole storyline. It's
Yeah.
first of all,
Yeah.
it's the first time Duke and North Carolina ever matched up,
Right.
and it's Coach K's final year. Like,
So
yeah.
is it that thing that like North Carolina can't beat them twice because they whooped that ass on this final game? So like,
Dude, it's gonna end up being Kansas Duke. Duke's gonna win by 4. Everyone's gonna be talking Coach K. Like it's NCAA's wet dream, right? Like
Get your parlays in now.
like come on, like they scripted this. We
Yeah.
know, right?
Yeah.
They gave us a little bit of madness, right?
I mean, a little bit. I mean, they were knocking off number ones left and right.
Left.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
damn
So
right,
Duke
for real.
could get up in there. They say Coach K. They say Coach K. You go get an
Don't worry about
8
it. We
seed
got
North
you.
Carolina rival
We got that.
or a
Just
15
hold
seed
tight.
St. Peter's. You walking in, baby.
Mhm.
We got you.
Yeah.
Don't worry about this.
Let's
It's in the
go.
bag.
Let's go. All right, on to a top topic that just kind of came up, and we'll delve into a few things, man. So did we see the new hire in Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Oh, the Bowles, Todd Bowles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that was. I'm still waiting for all of the shit to hit the fan because you know it's one of those. You wake up the next morning and it's like a new master in the house. So that's probably a horrible term to use. But
So my
I mean,
question.
take a look, right?
My question is this. Was that Tom Brady or was that the NFL that said,
The NFL.
okay, if this dude's going,
NFL.
I agree.
100%. This is. I mean, this is easy. They ain't nothing covert about this.
No.
At all.
no secret, no hidden.
No, nothing. It was like, oh, so, y'all can still see me racist. All right, cool. This is what we're gonna do.
That's what we do.
We're gonna put a black coach on a team with the best quarterback ever. Right? They'll win. Then you can't call us racist anymore.
And they're gonna be in prime time. They're gonna be in prime time. What we talking about? Right?
Regardless of the fact that Todd Bowles, I mean, I can't say that he sucked in New York because the organization in general sucked.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like he doesn't have like a necessary like a track record where he's like taking teams, So it's like it's a win-win for them. If he don't do well, they go, see, I told you. And if he do well, it's like, see, we're not racist. Come on.
Yep.
I'm gonna give Bruce Arians a little credit in this. I'm gonna give Kango had a little credit because they got a weird kind of rule with the Rooney Rule that you don't have to interview 2 minority coaches after March 1st.
Oh, so they dropped that part of it. That's what I didn't read.
Correct. So they were kind of waiting on some things to happen and whatever the case is. So if Bruce Arians coaches this year, Tampa Bay does whatever, we assuming Tom Brady only plays 1 year, right?
Yeah.
If he would leave the next year and Tampa Bay is just trash, you don't even get the opportunity to see Todd Bowles as a head coach because they're gonna blow that whole thing smooth up. So he's got a black OC, he's got a black DC, he got a black special teams coach, he got women on the staff. Like I gotta give Kango some love on this, man, because he stepped out at the right time. Todd Bowles is coming into a good situation. There's a black OC now. Byron Leftwich, his resume is going to be that much better when he's up for the next head coaching job. I got to give a little love to Kango hat on this, just a little bit.
Listen, I like what you said about like Todd Bowles going into a good situation because we rarely see that, right?
Yeah,
we rarely see black head coaches walk into a good situation, right?
Not just head coaches. That's in general. Like this,
for sure.
In general,
they said like, "Oh, we're gonna give you this if you can fix this Houdini shit."
And then this is a second opportunity too. Usually they like, all right, well, we gave you a shot, but whatever, you know what I mean? He got another opportunity too.
EJ, you right about that. They did that shit. If they could do it to Obama, they could do it to anybody.
Right.
So
facts.
Yep. It's doo-doo everywhere. Clean it up.
Hold your nose, because this shit.
They can watch the previous person shit all in the house, and then we show up, and they be like, "Why your house stink?" Like, come on, man.
And then, do you think it was too early? Like, so what was the decision that Leftwich didn't get the chance? Right? Like, do you think it was just it wasn't his time and all of that shit? Like, that would have been too strong of a move, or what's your thoughts on that?
Strategic. I think it's good. I mean, we know how these things work. Like if he's not feeling comfortable, and I think his thing was he wanted to know who the GM was, or he wasn't vibing with the GM in Jacksonville. So if you don't vibe with that person that's going to give you the players and put you in the best situation to win, there's a better opportunity waiting for you, man. He's still a young dude. He's a quarterback guy. That's just kind of like the secret now. He's going to have plenty. I don't know about plenty. I shouldn't say that. But I think he'll have another chance at another situation that's good for him.
I agree.
So we touched on the Rooney Rule a little bit. Did anybody, and I appreciate my man MH always keep me up on stuff too. Did anybody watch that the Pivot interview with Michael Beasley?
I haven't seen it yet. I just saw a clip with him, like
clips.
I saw a clip.
Yeah, break it down. Crying, yeah.
Break it down for us.
Well, no. I'm not even because I will not do it justice. So that's the homework. Unless it makes you want to try to break it down. I think that
I don't know if I could do it justice either, man. It's essentially, man, it's deep. What we think we know of Michael Beasley or what we thought we knew of Michael Beasley, it's a lot deeper than that. You have no idea. He's dealing with some things, man.
Yeah,
he don't trust anybody.
Nigga don't go outside.
He don't go outside. He said his own mom stole from him.
Everybody stole from him.
Yeah, he said he got this much left.
I don't know if you've ever been to Baltimore, but that's every black person in Baltimore. Like Baltimore is wild. Like there's an area of the Northeast. I don't know how it got like this, but from like is it not Trenton? Is it Trenton?
It's Trenton. Yeah.
Trenton, like from Trenton down, like Trenton, New Jersey down to like Baltimore, DC, like that area. That is a wild ass area. Parts of Philly, like it's a wild ass area of the Northeast.
I lived there for 5 years, and
Baltimore.
So I was just outside of Baltimore, but I literally was there 3 weeks ago, right? And and then I was there for CIA. Like you ain't wrong, right? Like with someone asked me, they go, "Hey, you ever watch The Wire?" I was like, "Nah, I didn't need to."
I live that for real.
I didn't need to. Like it was crazy. I remember one story, and it was a girl that I didn't know her personally, but I knew like a bunch of people who knew her. She was just walking home from like a work event, and kids just came up and popped her in the back of the head and just ran off. And like there was no big story about it, right? Like it's a wild.
Yeah,
it's Tuesday.
It's wild.
That's where my fiance's from Baltimore. Well,
yeah,
she's white, so she's not from like Baltimore, but like Columbia or whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Come on, that's 25 minutes away.
She's from Andover.
Yeah, somewhere around there. She claims Baltimore.
It's the nearest closest city.
It ain't that close.
Yeah. Baltimore, it's different, B. Like, it's
that's
just
crazy. I've heard there's been stories like that, like in Dallas. Like there's parts of Dallas that are real bad. Like Oak Cliff used to be super bad. Half of it's like the hood stop 6 is crazy, and then the other half is like crazy gentrified, like $17 coffee. And then there's like a sub part. It's Deep Ellum in Dallas. It's like a strip, right? It's like bars and all this, and it's like sort of gentrified. They want it to be like uppity and nice and whatever, but like a year ago, someone just ran up on and shot with a shotgun at point blank range. And if I go to Deep Ellum bars, I carry. I don't care what the law is. It is. I have a handgun on me at all times. Like, you
know what though? Like there's places like that.
I'm not playing that game.
There's places like that everywhere. And like honestly, for me like this, I'm like, the one thing though that all never gets said. I know we can go talk about all these stories. Like we probably all lived it, heard about it and stuff. But like the one thing I will vouch about Baltimore though, like. They love their community. People who grew up in Baltimore, still in Baltimore, like they don't want to leave. Like they try they damnness to help it. And I'm telling you, like they just got a new young mayor who's from Baltimore.
Super young dude.
Yeah, I like him a lot.
My damn fiance asked me damn near every day if we can move back. If I could take her back. No.
Bro, you know what's funny? I'm from Cleveland.
Take that out.
You know, I'm from Cleveland though. I'll kid you not. I loved it.
I love the food.
Dude,
it's crab cakes.
The best crab cakes in the country for sure. Dude, the aquarium was cool.
Seafood, dude. I was eating seafood every day. But I loved it, man. I'd move back.
I just to kind of just bring it back to the Michael Beasley thing, like it has to, like, it makes sense, right? That he's going through this mental thing because that dude is ridiculously talented. Like he's
out the league, and that's his biggest thing.
He's a walking bucket on anybody. And for somebody who is a walking bucket not to have a job in the NBA, something's got to be wrong.
So I think
he kind of touched on something similar to this. Oh, go ahead, Roger.
I was gonna say the one clip I saw, and he's like, to me, it was just straight fire. He said, we talk about how sad and we like care about mental health when people die, but we don't do shit when they live, right? We make fun of and I was like,
where does the help come? He's like, why does
that's what he
have to die?
That's what he said. That's what I was getting on. He said, people are asking for help. He said they are asking.
And no one listening.
Nobody's listening. Yeah, that's what he said. He touched on that. He said it was a story that we got kind of the background on where he was with the Lakers, and I think they were playing Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And remember, he checked into a game and he had his warm-up shorts still on, and everybody laughed at Beasley like, "Oh yeah, he high or something. Like he ain't there." Like, but he said he had lost his mom before. He was gone away from the team. He came back to the team, and then he lost one of his cousins. And he was so worried about his persona that he was even scared to tell the Lakers, like, "Yo, I got to leave again. There's another death in my mind." He was just going to just keep it whatever.
Yeah,
he's going through a lot. We don't know what's really going on. He's like, he's just been laughed at this whole time. He's just been a character.
I don't think it's cool. It's cool now to be. I hope this is not you, EJ. It's cool now to like talk about mental health. Not even talk about it, just like post about it. It's cool
because we don't talk. We don't talk.
It's cool to post about it. I don't think people care enough to really like pay attention. I think Black people in general are just now sort of halfway accepting the fact that we all are living with trauma, right? Just being Black in America. And we still don't know what it is. It's almost like
not even what it is, how to deal with it, right?
How to deal with it, because it would be easier if you can see it, right, in somebody else. But it's when you look at the other person, it's like looking at yourself. Like you don't see. They're not different from you. So it's like, how do I know that what this really is if we're all in it together?
That's where I'm with you at, and it's almost like what I was always saying about COVID. Like, hey, if COVID had that little bump on you, if you got COVID, you had a little bump on your lip. Niggas would be wearing masks, right?
Right.
Yeah, but you can't see can't see it, right? So you like, I don't know if this is real or not. I mean, we just talked on Ben Simmons. I mean, he looked fine, I guess, but we don't really know what's going on. Maybe something is going on. We don't really know, but we can't see it, so it's kind of hard to like, you know what I mean? Kind of have some empathy in a certain way.
Yeah, because we think. Like for us, mental health is like you gotta be crazy, like that. You gotta look crazy.
Correct.
That's how it was defined before, because you knew the motherfucker that had mental health issues growing up. So, hey, Blake starting to feel we knew.
Right.
Hey, that dude had 2 teachers.
Like you got you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta be like talking to yourself. You gotta be like, yelling. You gotta be like pacing back and forth.
He said 2 teachers
in the basement.
In the basement, right? You're laughing in the basement.
I don't need to be laughing at that.
Now it's like,
but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, but now it's like people who have mental health, like they look normal. Like Black people have been so conditioned and so well trained to just like deal with the trauma. Like that shit don't even. Jay talks about it. Jay-Z talks about it in like. Just the idea of like living in the projects. And it's like when you walk in and somebody asks you, you're like, what the fuck are you looking at? Right. And it's like, you think it's like some real beef, when it's like, no, like that person is so scared that you might see them for who they are.
Exactly.
They now have to be like, that's mental, that's mental health, right? That you think somebody, they talk about it with women, like if they've been raped or sexually assaulted, whatever, like just walking down the street, they think people can see what happened to them.
Yeah.
That's mental illness.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, I always tell EJ, I'm like 1982 when it comes to mental health, man. Particularly like with sports, because it's like, to me, like, where is the line drawn between like just normal life stresses, I guess, that's really getting to you, to like there's some really issues that you really need to deal with, and maybe it's all the same. Like for me, like athletes, and I shouldn't put them on this pedestal, but to me, like half the reason why you're a professional athlete and you're in that really like 1 percentile of athlete is probably because from some mental strength, right? You know what I mean? Like you have some mental strength to even get to where you're at, right? So you got it there, but where do we draw the line between like, yo, this is some life stresses. Like I got to pay bills just like you got to pay bills. Mm-hmm. We all stressed about that between like you really have some mental like issues and some time. And maybe it's all the same thing. I just don't know.
And I think that's where we get the issue, right? Because we go into mental health doesn't always mean you fucked up, right?
Yeah,
like,
true.
Mental health is how do you deal with it? Like, nigga, we all got bills. Why can't you adjust to paying the bills? You know what I mean? Like, what is it that you're not capable to equipped with, or so I think that's where we lose the part of mental health because we always think it's someone always, messed up or something, right? Or they just don't have those kind of culpability skills to handle it.
Yeah, and
no, we lost you, DJ.
Have to have some sort of mental, strength or focus or discipline to get to the pros. But I think oftentimes, and I feel like we're already kind of going down this this lane when we're talking about mental health, and I figure like it's probably going to come up at some point. But even if you look at the Will Smith situation, when you really look at it, like I think the biggest issue in the society is like we dehumanize celebrities, right?
Yeah, I mean it doesn't help that he has the snake from Adam and Eve in his ear either. So,
but we look at them.
Wow.
I don't disagree, but
I don't either. But
damn.
That's worse than the Chris Rock shit.
That was harder than the two teachers, man. That was but I'll say this because the truth of the matter is like we view celebrities like who act out or something like goes down like they're computers with like a programming bug, right? And it's like, yo, that shit happens every day in the street.
Yeah.
Somebody says something that they shouldn't be saying.
Yeah.
And they get popped every day. People have been killed for less.
Yeah.
So, but we act like he did some like the wildest shit ever. Like
no, he did, B.
No,
I mean it was just a slap. It's not like he waltzed up there and beat his ass.
No, he did some ill shit.
What's the Baldwin that's on SNL?
Alec.
Is it Alec?
Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Is it Alec?
Alec Baldwin recently said,
"Oh yeah,
that it looked like the Oscars resemble something like the Jerry Springer show."
Yeah,
you killed somebody on set.
Like,
like you know what I mean? Like I think
he only saying that because he happy the limelight's off of him. Honestly, nobody's talking about that anymore.
I think it's easy for us to move the goal line right to what mental health is to suit whatever narrative we want, right? Like
yeah.
And the truth of the matter is,
his point big time in sports, right? Because it's everybody. I mean, we saw it so much, like during the lockdown, the pandemic, and then coming out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but so MH, you talked about it too, like about professional athletes. They got to have that like higher like mental strength and everything. And I'm about to take this real wrong, and we can keep back, but only because we opened the door with even Will Smith and celebrities. And I agree with you, DJ. But like, why don't we hold that same standard of like thinking when it comes to like politics, law enforcement, the people who are fucking literally, to your point, DJ, people been killed with less.
Mm-hmm.
People who like are supposed to like their jobs can literally kill people. Doctors, nurses, like all that, right? My wife's a nurse, right? Like, why are we not, checking on their mental health too? Like, we cared so much more about sports people's mental health than we do our everyday, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because honestly, I think it's just because it's not something that people in mass see on a day-to-day basis, right? Like you have, almost a daily interaction. If you're watching sports, you're watching this daily. So you keep up with the players, you see them on the courts, you watch their interviews, you do that. So you see them at their highs and you see them at their lows. And as for like a nurse or somebody, right? Like outside of like their coworkers, I can't even remember the last time I was at the hospital.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's.
is,
Go ahead, EJ. Go ahead, bro.
so I think the other part of it is right, kind of like why we have this, right? It's a platform. So what platform are you going to hear a nurse? What platform are you going to hear these people that are working for us and doing these things behind the scenes?
Yeah.
So that's that, twisted or tough position that our entertainers, athletes, and celebrities have, is they have a platform. So I think from my perspective, it's probably the biggest, because who's champion, like who's doing a nurse's podcast and who's listening to it, right? So
no, I agree with you, and I think we as a country we just live in extremes. We celebrate the rarities. We live in extremes. So the celebrity, I mean, there's only, speaking of Will Smith, there's only really one Will Smith, and this is not to poo-poo on the police officer, but we get a police officer in every city, right? So like I think as a country, we just kind of celebrate those rare people or things probably way more than we probably should, to be real with you.
Yeah,
Right.
well,
I agree with that.
And I think it goes back to like I said, just dehumanizing. Like it's easy because we don't look at celebrities as human beings. We just don't.
Yep.
Like
We don't.
you expect more from police or nurses or whatever because they're human beings. Like they're accessible, right? They're there. So it's like you're like me, right? But if you're worth $100 million, we're not the same. Like,
You're right.
But, and I really do, and we talked about this a little bit with EJ yesterday. I really do believe a part of it is they're truly not the same. So like we're kind of looking at what's going on with them, and they live in a whole different society. Like, what rule does Will Smith really have to follow in this world?
Right.
Besides killing people, and even that, Alec Baldwin wise,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, he maybe don't even have to follow that rule. Like, what rule does he have to really
I think,
follow?
Yes, right. So with a certain amount of money and status and fame, like the law,
He's OJ.
He's OJ. Okay.
OJ.
It's yes, they do play by a different set of rules, but they aren't exempt from like just human emotion and it's weird. Like I don't know that it's an even payoff. Like, okay, you get to play by these special rules, but you can't be fucking.
Don't ever be pissed.
You can't have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that that's even, right? You can't strip them from being human because they've earned these certain luxuries, right? And then for us, like we're expected, because at the same time for us, like we don't expect people to have bad days either. Like whoever you are, like you're supposed to be nice when I talk to you, like,
right.
And if you're mean, I don't give a fuck about your day. Like, why are you bringing this shit to me?
Yeah.
So I think
what does it have to do with me?
Yeah. So in general, I don't think we don't. That's why I don't think it's fair payoff for celebrities, because we don't give anybody a pass for being human. And to me, that's mental illness.
Yeah.
Be like,
You're right.
You can't be. How you gonna be mad? Like, how you gonna have a bad day?
Right.
It's, I don't know. I think human beings are trash in general. So
hey,
you ain't wrong.
Let's
You
start
ain't
with
wrong.
ourselves and let's change that. Let's start with ourselves.
we are. I mean, I think I'm a good guy, but I just think human beings in general are fucking trash. Like
Good grief.
we are self. Let me bring this back.
Man, give yourself
Americans,
some grace, man.
I can only speak about Americans in general and currently Russia. But Americans are like just trash in general. I think this culture is just so self-serving. It's so, there's no room for growth. There's no room for empathy or sympathy. The idea of cancel culture, like, I don't remember anybody once saying like cancel Donald Trump. We were just like, he shouldn't be president, but nobody was like cancel him, right?
No, I mean, I feel like people definitely said cancel Donald Trump, especially like after like the grab by the pussy thing.
No. because he won.
Yeah, for sure.
He won, but I don't think people like that, particularly like that language anyway.
That was the biggest secret of white people, man. That shit. You ever see that skit? Who did that? Was that Dave Chappelle? Where he was talking about when they were going to vote?
Yeah.
That was they pretended like he was canceled. That was a surprise. That was just them shocking.
That was a big surprise.
There was no real like how they went after Kevin Hart, how they go after a lot of people, and
That's different.
Yeah, Trump was just kind of like
you can't mess with the alphabet gang. That's just what it is.
Yeah,
like,
you just can't. Trump was just like, yeah, I don't think he should be president. He's probably not good, but nobody was like get rid of him completely.
they tried to impeach him twice. What are you talking about?
No. Cancel culture is like remove you from like
everything. We ain't talking
like,
about.
You can't be visible. You can't be existing.
I mean, Twitter removed him from the platform.
He was trying. People have been trying to cancel it, man.
He was the president. Like, who cares if you're not on Twitter? Like, you're still a president. Like, nobody tried to get.
That was his bread and butter, though.
He cares.
He lived for Twitter.
He mobilized a whole attack on the Capitol through Twitter. What do you mean?
He's better on Twitter than in his presidential addresses.
No, people are taking stabs at him. Just the dude's Teflon.
At least
the man went broke 7 times and still got more money than God.
Like at least doing like R. Kelly, we gotta secretly watch him in your bed. Like I
can't bump R. Kelly in a group of people. I got to do it by myself.
I had to sneak and listen to "Step in the Name of Love" the other day. Hey, right.
You ain't allowed. Hey, you gotta take that off. You ain't allowed to listen to
But
that.
you better not go side to side either. I swear.
Can't help it. I watched the Cosby Show the other day too.
Oh man, Blake, you come on, man.
Nah, B, that even
they recorded it.
That's apples and oranges.
My bad.
That's apples and
I don't listen to none of that.
I ain't gonna front. Anytime R. Kelly come on, I start popping and I'll be looking around like, fuck.
Dude.
Hey,
I'm the same way.
Ain't your fault.
Hey, I had to take Ignition off my karaoke list. I can only sing Tony now. Come on.
Hey,
yeah.
All right, fellas. Well, unless we got anything else for the good of the cause, man, I'm gonna wind this down. Anybody got anything they want to sign off with or want to bring to the masses?
I do. We need to. We should have talked about the girls tournament. Ain't nobody y'all don't watch that. It's just me. I'm only gonna watch the girls tournament.
Well, only thing we brought up with the girls is because they were shooting half course too. That's the only thing.
They were knocking some of them down though.
I was happy that my lady Bison made a little bit of noise, but then they got their ass knocked out there. But they made a little bit of noise, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
This was the first year they've like stated their tournament as March Madness, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because of
it wasn't. I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, last year, like there was a lot of like with the growth of TikTok. If you do anybody an injustice it's going on TikTok, and there was like several people like they were like the weight room for the males last year because
the weight room thing was trash.
It was like 5,000 square feet, and the females had a dumbbell bench. Like, so it was there was a lot that
water judge
brought it to this moment. Yeah, honestly, you gotta get some damn books.
Hey, speaking about the women's basketball, the top 5 NIL like athletes. 4 of them are women. Women's basketball.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
The only male is
old boy from
Duke
Apollo.
Yeah.
Apollo. Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's the only dude.
I didn't know that.
Which is great, right, for the NIL space, because that was the whole like all these big schools and all these males and no other sports, and like you're seeing like some top like women's tennis and
LSU gymnastics.
Stuff, you know what I mean?
LSU gymnastics brings in dollars.
Yep.
So it's good to see that they're dealing with that. Some of these deals are felonious though, so it's
Bro,
interesting.
Yeah. That's a nice Stephen A. one right there.
Figure it out.
Yeah, I like that.
EJ, I'm gonna have to dip. I wanted to wait till you sign off, but I gotta dip because I don't want
do you think?
I don't want Big Eric to beat my ass for leaving him hanging.
I gotta want to smack you.
Yeah, I gotta go see your pops, and he's waiting on me now. So
blessings, man. We'll catch you on the other side, man.
DJ.
Yo,
Tell my father I said hello.
All right. All right.
But no, on the women's standpoint, the WNBA is about to kick off. You know, definitely excited. So our games here are really lit. We got the Aces. Becky's in the house soon. She's done with her Spurs duties. So excited to see if she's that piece that'll bump the Aces. I mean, we've been to the finals.
We got Liz off the team, man. We're gonna be all right.
I mean, I miss Liz for other reasons.
Yeah, that's fine. You can get off the team.
She's
falling down, missing layups. Go ahead and get her off the team. We're gonna be all right. Now she off.
I feel like the Aces are like the most popular team in the WNBA, right? Is that wrong?
I would think so. Them are the Sparks, probably.
Yeah,
Sparks. Our second, right? Yeah. Sparks. But what's Sky, right?
Sky's pretty good.
So the Sky, those are top three, absolutely.
Yeah.
What's the team that Griner was on?
Sky.
Phoenix.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Mercury.
Phoenix?
Mercury.
Yeah.
With the GOAT. Yeah. With MJ.
Who knocked us out and took the chip
with MJ.
Is that where Sue Bird is too?
No, Sue is with
Seattle.
yes.
They just won it, didn't they?
Yeah, because Seattle got Breonna Stewart.
Yeah, she
a monster.
Yeah.
That's the one from Oregon, right?
No, she was UConn.
Breonna
UConn.
Breonna Stewart, UConn.
Which UConn is in the
Final
for
four.
them.
Yeah, I think
they got paid.
We going Stanford this year. Stanford going win.
Oh, you think Stanford?
No,
they got Fran. They got Fran.
SC. I'm going Don Stanley all day.
I'm going with Don Stanley too.
Don Stanley, baby.
Louis Vuitton red.
Don, baby.
Hey,
Don.
Anthony Davis on the bench.
Don.
What did she just win? She just won some kind of award, didn't she?
Dude, Don's got a street named after her. Like, what we talking? Didn't she get a lifetime contract? Like Don.
No, I don't think a lifetime, but she got a nice one.
She got a nice one.
She got a nice one.
Yeah, you see what she stayed dressed, boy.
Yeah, I think her contract is like $3.5 million a year. That's like the biggest.
That's what it was. It was like the richest,
the biggest women contract. She got like $3.5 million a year.
Man,
work.
I still ain't forgive her what she did to Martin on that show, boy. How she had Martin and Tommy. I can't forgive her for that.
She did drag Marty Martin.
She did him dirty, man. Worse than Tommy Burns did.
Hey, yo, guys, I gotta roll too. I gotta be up at 4 a.m. Gotta jump on a plane to Miami. It's late here.
Miami, so you just jumping using Baltimore. You know, you was talking about somebody else when we jumped on.
No,
I'm just saying, man.
It's cold up here. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. I gotta get warm weather, bro. You know,
don't we know it's April?
Cleveland don't. Come on.
You don't get no break.
Cleveland on.
We
It's
get
gonna
no
be like
break.
90 degrees here.
Roger says he changed that weather by catching them flights, man. One day, man, when I grow up.
Go on, man. Hey,
I appreciate you.
Hey, listen, I put my flight on your status, man.
Oh,
trying to get like you, EJ.
Hey, it's breaking up, Roger, man. We can't hear you, man.
I'll see you guys.
All right.
Peace. Yeah, good job.
Well, I thought that was good bringing that up, man, because we did need to make sure we shine the light on our sisters that's doing big things, man. And it's like the 50th anniversary of NIL. So I think they're doing like a little 30 for 30 for that, just kind of talking about the impact for women in there. So
yeah, no, I want to make sure we touch. I love women basketball. I love it. I like that more than men's most of the time, for real. Like especially college. I mean, college wise, yeah, because more fundamentals, like you said, yeah. Even though they jacking up shots,
but they do play the game. They're playing fundamental. Like
they play the game, man.
Did you watch the McDonald's All Star, the girls or the slam dunk where that girl won it?
Which one? This year or last year?
Yeah, this year.
Oh no! If a girl can dunk, she gonna win it automatically.
Yeah, she won it. I mean, and I don't know. I mean, she was dunking with ease now, but I mean, her winning the dunk contest is. But I mean, she was booming them.
I think Candace Parker won it too when she was in.
Did she?
Yeah.
But she had the crowd going, so that's what it's about. I mean, the crowd was going, and she was punching it with ease.
Yeah, yo, and I've been like I'm cool, but I just been kind of looking at what that swimmer did, man. I think I got a shot, boy. I think I got a shot.
What swimmer?
And come on, man.
Hold on, man.
Come on.
Man,
Oh, he talking about the
He's talking about the water man out
switch up.
there.
Switch up.
I'm done.
I think I got a shot, man.
He's a fool. That's all bad.
So canceled.
Yeah, I think
That's all
that's
bad.
That's bad. I mean,
You gonna have to cut that beard off to do that.
nah, not really. I mean, I guess it
Nah,
don't
it's
matter
some,
too.
it's some,
Hey,
it's some,
they know what he is, or they. I mean, again, all right.
The thoughts of Blake representing himself and not of black in sports.
Yo.
Yeah.
I'm just
Look at the
saying.
damn podcast
No,
canceled.
they know.
Yo.
Don't you know it's 2022, man?
I'm just saying.
no, but you got to do something for them to believe you going both ways or whatever.
But I'm
Yeah,
whoa.
this state does come out the woodwork.
What are we doing here?
Mute.
I'm saying, you said you want to do what the swimmer doing. I mean,
Nobody said that.
you got to wear the clothes or something.
Yo,
Good
we,
grief.
we got a question from the audience here.
NFL drafts.
Yeah, he wants to know who's going to the NFL draft this year.
That's in
Hosted here
Vegas,
in the
right?
fabulous Las Vegas.
Yeah, that'll be exciting.
Well, I know MH is going to be there. I'm going to be there.
We'll be there.
What do you guys think about? Speaking of, so I've heard two big things for Las Vegas, right? I heard that they're building a $25 billion sports complex just north of the Strip, and then F1 next year. That's kind of crazy.
Excited about F1. That's big. That's a game
That's huge,
changer.
yeah.
And
I
the
gotta
fact
get
that,
into it, man. I gotta get into it a little bit.
and you got a year, I think, because the Miami one's coming up soon, right? So, and then just, I think it's big for the sport, especially since we got one of ours in there who's killing it, is dominating.
Yeah, dominate.
So no, it's gonna be dope for it to come here. As far as the new facility, that other like hotel / arena that they're building, it's like we need to start like putting a clamp on this. It's like there's so many damn people building sports arenas for a basketball team that we yet to have. So
I think it's only a matter of time.
oh, I believe we're going to get a team. No, that's not the thing. It's
I think it'll be within 5 to 7 years.
Can
I
we
think
fix
5 to
the
7
public-
years.
Can we fix public transportation first? That's what we need to fix.
Facts. I think the A's will be there.
that's what we need
and
to fix.
then-
the Lakers.
Y'all definitely get a basketball team, but they're talking about bringing Seattle back too.
well, they will bring 2 teams.
Yeah,
Yeah, too.
the Supersonics, and then
Yeah, I want to see the supersonic jersey again.
Shoot, go get one of them.
that green and yellow is nice. Yeah,
Hey, there's still some Sean Kemps you can get.
Man.
He was the real deal.
Yeah.
if they built, depending on, I don't know what the depth of the sports complex is going to be, but I'm thinking like World Cup wise, because the World Cup will be in America in 2026, so maybe they'll build a bigger soccer
Raiders
arena, or
Stadium.
maybe the Raiders. Yeah,
They're
I mean, the
already
Raiders only
looking at
hosts
that.
like what 60K.
It's
65.
65, but it's
Yeah.
expandable.
Yeah.
So, which it has to be to host the Super Bowl. So you have to have at least 70 to host the Super Bowl, and it expands to 75.
Oh,
Just
Does the
kinda
top
like
come
doing-
off the Raiders Stadium?
No.
no, that window opens up though, right?
Just the win on the side?
Yeah.
They can lap up in the club down there, the end zone club,
True.
Winfield Club. Lap
Yeah.
up.
I'm so ready for like them to release the states or the cities that are going to be hosting. I'm a big soccer fan, huge avid. I watch a lot of soccer, so none American because American soccer is trash.
Didn't they qualify though? They
Yes,
qualified for this. Yeah.
yeah, but they have.
Man.
So I don't know how they qualified. I didn't look into it. The women's soccer team will have my support wholeheartedly. I follow them ridiculously. The men's soccer team is dog shit. I'm not gonna lie to you.
They're
They
boo-boo.
played Costa Rica and they were supposed to supposedly they had to win that game and they lost 2-0. So I don't know what the workings were on how they made it in, but they're going to be a shoe-in for 2026 because if you host,
Yeah,
you get an
host, you
automatic.
got- yeah.
Oh, you get out.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
apparently the rule used to be
That's
if you
true.
won, you got an automatic entry as well, but not anymore.
Wow.
Yeah. But it'll be interesting to see. I'm an England supporter. England's going to win it this year. So
Damn. How'd that happen with Wayne Rooney or something? How'd you end up like?
my mom is from Manchester,
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm calling Wayne Rooney though, because I'm also a Manchester United fan, and Wayne Rooney is a Manchester United legend. So
Yeah, no,
Yeah, I'm trying.
that's my
I'm
man.
trying to get that Wayne Rooney myself.
That's my man.
You well on your way.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that Wayne. Wayne got it back, man.
Yeah, that's actually one of my all-time favorites. He's an all-time great in my eyes.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Speaking of soccer players, Ronaldo was the one that talked Brady into coming back. Apparently,
Oh, the tweet like.
no, he was at a game.
Oh, he
was
went
in
to the
England.
game.
Yeah, then he met with Ronaldo like later after the game on the pitch or whatever, and they talked about like when Ronaldo was going to leave, and he was like, "I'm not sure." And that conversation led to Brady coming back.
Yeah,
The GOAT's back.
I think it was his kids or his wife was like, "Y'all,
Get the hell out of my house, yeah.
Get out of here, man. You
I
ain't gonna
would
do
have been
nothing.
mad as hell
Go back
though,
to
because
work, man.
Trying to keep the sun on the
somebody
mountain.
bought his last touchdown for like what 440K. They bought the ball.
That was
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm fighting.
And he
I'm
bought
fighting.
it.
Same day. I'm coming
It's the
back.
same day. I thought it was a day. But damn.
Yeah, I'm Will
It's like
Smith
in
and
the
Tom
morning,
with
yeah.
that.
Whoa,
we got
no,
the-
no.
Oh, God.
You
All
gonna
the way
Willie him?
back.
we got the Will Smith him for that.
I'm
I gotta
reaching
get my
back
money
from
back,
the
man.
past. That's crazy.
I might get back at you though. I don't think he's gonna take the Willie.
Nah, he might lean into it. You're right. Tomo,
Hey,
I-
he
I-
can lean into it as long as he
Tom on
reimburses
something
my
new,
500K.
Tom on something new. He's 60 years old and still the best quarterback in the
Yeah,
league. He on
right.
something new.
Look at
You
his
right.
stats.
Yeah,
See,
you're
Tom,
right.
I don't think Tom. I think like they kind of got on Chris Rock. Tom got goons, so
Oh yeah.
Tom will just make a one call.
Grunt gonna lose his life over time.
Oh
He ain't
God,
Ah,
that's a
God.
fact, bro.
Grunt going out for
The
time.
truth.
As soon as you slap time, Grunt's all over you. Nothing you can do but get swallowed. He all over you. And all he gonna be saying is, dude,
Yeah,
dude, what are you doing, dude? But he's all over you.
Then Sue gonna stomp you too.
Yeah, right.
Hey, got him that ring. Loyalty,
Mhm.
loyalty,
you're
loyalty, loyalty.
Yo,
All right, fellas. Well, hey, another great one, man. I appreciate y'all jumping on. I appreciate you, the folks online that was watching live with us and commenting, giving us those kind of questions popping in. So, we do this every month, so don't be shy. Jump in to give your point of view. Or, you can just watch live and get your comments on the screen. We appreciate you. Just know, please stay safe, practice gratitude, and know we're rooting for you.
Screaming, all us blacks got is sports and entertainment until we even.
E-Bombay.
Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Yeah. Yeah. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Look. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. Spent about 2 racks on handmade new rags. Assuming I'm rooting for everybody that's black. That's everybody from sports to college class to rap and back.